Salvete! Hello everybody. Welcome to another video. This is Latin with Stephen. This is Unit 3 of our course for absolute beginners of the wonderful Lingua Latina. It's written here, Lingua, language Latina. I do hope you're enjoying learning this with me. Thanks for tuning in today. We've been looking at verbs and more specifically verbs of the third conjugation. There are 4 conjugations. We'll cover them all in due course, but we're focusing on the third. In the last video, I introduced these third conjugation verbs, so if you haven't already watched that, I advise you to go back where we really drill and practice the endings. Today we'll do a quick repetition and learn some new verbs. Alright, so third conjugation verbs. Well, we met this one here, scribere, and I said the infinitive, to write, of a third conjugation verb ends in ere. It's not a long ere like the second conjugation, just ere, scribere. And we take off the ere to get the stem, which is scrib in this case, and we therefore add the endings indicated here in red. Scribo, I write. Scribis, you write, one person. Scribit, he, she, it writes. Scribimus, we. Scribitis, you, addressed to plural. Scribunt, they. Let's just do it a couple of times, guys. Scribo, scribis, scribit. Scribimus, scribitis, scribunt. Scribo, scribis, scribit. Scribimus, scribitis, scribunt. Again, scribo, scribis, scribit. Scribimus, scribitis, scribunt. So we've got O es et, emos et is ont. O es et, emos et is ont. The O is no real surprise. It's the I's and the U at the end there that are a little bit new if we compare them to the first and second conjugation. So O es et, emos et is ont. So there we've got scribere. Can you remember any of the other verbs that we looked at in last lesson? Third conjugation verbs. We had, as well as writing, we had reading. Can you remember that one? Begins with L. I can read your writing if it's legible. There's a clue. Legible, readable, legere. Legere. So, lego, legis, legit. Legemus, legetis, legunt, legere. What about to lead? Who does the leading? I said the Duke does the leading, because in Latin the verb to lead is ducere. Ducere, duco, ducis, ducit, etc. What about to drink? To drink something is to imbibe something. Take the bibe bit, the bib, and the verb is bibere. Bibere. Bibo, bibis, bibit. Bibimus, bibitis, bibunt. Bibo, bibis, bibit. Bibimus, bibitis, bibunt. We could say aquam bibo. I drink water. Or aquam bibimus. We drink water. Aquam quotidie bibimus. We drink water every day. The master drinks wine. Dominus. Wine. Vinum. Neuter. Bibit. Alright. So, scribere. Legere. Legible, to read. Ducere, to lead. Bibere, to drink. And what about to buy? Less obvious. The stem is em, em. Emere, emere. Alright, so emo, I buy emis, emit. Emimus, emitis, emunt. Emo, emis, emit. Emimus, emitis, emunt. So we could say, I buy the wine, vinum. Emo, I buy a toga. Togam, accusative. Togam, emo. They buy togas. Togas, accusative, plural. Emunt. Alright, so unt is they. Togas, emunt. Alright, very good. So let's have a few new ones. We have here discere. Discere. I like that. Means to learn. Alright. Ludere. To play. Ludere. Contendere. is to go somewhere. But the emphasis is you're going somewhere in something of a hurry. So you're hurrying or you're hastening. That's the one I've put here. To hasten to a place. Yeah, to hasten to work. To hasten to the market or something like that. To hurry, to go, to proceed. And mettere is to send. So discere, ludere, contendere, and mettere. So each of these verbs is third conjugation. So they all have ere infinitive. We take off the ere in each case and we just apply these endings, all right? So what you'd see in the dictionary, if you looked up learn on the English side, it should give you next to learn disco, it gives you the first person, and then three. It might give the infinitive as well, disco, discere, three, and then, right, third conjugation, i.e. these endings, it's the I's. So it would be disco, discis, you learn, one person. Discit, he, she. Discimus, discitis, discunt, they learn, or they are learning. Disco, discis, discit. Discimus, discitis, discunt. Again, disco, discis, discit. Discimus, discitis, discitis, discunt. So we can now say, I am learning the Latin language. I am learning the Latin language. It's lingua latina. We need to make it accusative because it's not learning. We're learning it. Linguam latinam. Linguam latinam. Disco. All right. You can put your ego at the front if you want it. Don't need it really. The pronoun I. Ego linguam latinam disco. Okay. Linguam latinam amo. I love the Latin language. I hope you're beginning to feel that way about it. Let's pluralize it. Let's say we're all here as a group. We are learning the Latin language. Linguam latinam, that stays the same. Not disco this time, but discimus. Linguam latinam discimus. Linguam latinam nunc right now. Linguam latinam nunc discimus. Linguam latinam quotidie discimus. What did I say? Quotidie. Every day. Wow, I hope so. That would be very impressive. Do it every day you're learning it? Maybe you can't quite commit. Maybe you could say saipe often. I often learn Latin. Saipe, linguam latinam, disco. In my case, I can say linguam latinam disco, because I'm still learning new things about the language. Et linguam latinam doceo. Doceo. All right. Magister sum. I am the teacher. Magister. Doceo, second conjugation. Docere. Disco. To learn. So, what about the boy is learning Latin? The boy is learning Latin. Puer, linguam latinam, discit, discit. The pupil, bit like a disciple. The pupil learns Latin. Discipulus, if it's a boy. Discipula, if it's a girl. Discipulus or discipula. Linguam latinam discit. So straight away there we can see within that word discipulus, it's where we get the word disciple from in the Bible, actually comes from discere. So the disciple is the learner, what we call in English the pupil or the student. So discere, to learn, discipulus, the learner. Discipulus, linguam latinam discit. In the house. Discipulus in villa, linguam latinam discit. All right, so what about the girls? The girls are learning Latin, and they're learning it in the atrium. All right. One girl is puella. They're doing the learning, therefore nominative, plural, puellae. Puellae. In atrio, linguam latinam discunt. They discunt. So puellae discunt, the girls learn or are learning. Puellae discunt. What are they learning? Puellae linguam latinam discunt. Puellae linguam latinam in atrio discunt. All right. Very, very good. So we've got discere to learn, ludere to play, ludo, ludis, ludit, ludimus, luditis, ludunt, ludo, ludis, ludit, ludimus, luditis, ludunt, contendere, contendo, contendis, contendit, contendimus, contenditis, contendunt, mittere to send, mitto, mittis, mittit, mittimus, mittitis, mittunt. All right. A few extra words here. We've come across ubi before. You must remember that one. Ubi est metella, ubi est filius, where, plural, ubi sunt. There is another word for where. Latin's much more precise than English, or at least modern English. And so if you want to say where, as in where to which place, for instance, with our verb here, contendere, where is so-and-so hastening, going to which place, to where, there is, in the English word, isn't there, the word whither. You might see it in slightly older texts. I think it's considered somewhat outdated today. I quite like it, but whither is to which place. And other modern languages, I know in German and in Russian, for instance, there is a word for where you're emphasizing direction and moving to a place. So ubi is just your static. Where is someone located? Or something. Where is the house? Ubi est villa. Well, it's not moving, is it? Where is, I don't know, where is the master? Ubi est dominus. Where is he situated, located? But if someone's moving to a place, if there is a sense of direction, then you need quo. All right, where to which place? Quo. So, quo contendis, where are you going? Where are you hurrying to? Quo contendis. Quo contendit, where's he or she hurrying to? Quo contendit, dominus, where is the master hurrying to? Quo contendit. So, ubi est, where is he? Quo contendit. To which place is he hastening? Hope you get the sense of that. So, ubi and quo. That's why I've put that little arrow there, just to, it means movement, direction. So, and two other words, question words. We've got quis for who, and that can be male or female. This is in the nominative, so this is very helpful. So, who is, quis est. Who's in the house? Quis est in villa. Who's in the tavern? Quis est in taberna. And very similar, we change the S to D, we've got quid. What thing? Quid. If we go back to discere, quid discis. What are you learning? Quid discis. Linguam Latinum disco. I'm learning Latin. Quid discit puer. With a T. Discit. What's the boy learning? Quid discit puer. Puer. Linguam Latinum discit. All right. So quis who as a question. Quid what? We had in the last lesson emere, I mentioned before, is to buy. Emo emis emit. Quid emis. What? What are you buying? Quid emis. Ego togam emo. Ego vinum emo. I buy wine. All right. So ubi where static. Quo to where. Quis who. Quid what, and we know lingua latina. Right, few sentences then. So, where's the sun? Ubi est filius. Ubi est filius. Where is the sun? Oh, the sun is playing in the garden. The sun is playing in the garden. Filius in horto, ablative case. So the word is hortus, second declension, but in horto, ablative or static. Is playing, the sun is playing, he is playing. Let's take our ludere, take off the E, we get lud, add our ending, it, ludit. He plays or is playing. Ubi est filius, filius in horto ludit. The son is playing in the garden with his friends. Filius in horto, cum with cum, ami. What's the ending? Nominative singular would be amicus. Cum amicis with is, because it's the ablative plural after cum, meaning with, is followed by ablative case. All right. Cum amicis, with his friends. Filius in horto, cum amicis ludit. Where are the girls? Where are the girls? So just asking location, therefore we're using ubi, but not ubi est this time because it's plural, therefore it's ubi, begins with su, ubi sunt. Ubi est, ubi sunt. Yeah? Where is, where are, ubi est, ubi sunt. Ubi est, ubi sunt. I said ubi est filius, but now it's where are the girls? Ubi sunt puellae. Ubi sunt puellae. Oh, the girls also play in the garden, or are also playing in the garden. The girls also play in the garden, or in the garden play, if we put a verb at the end, as we often get in Latin. But it's not crucial to do that. Filiae quoque in horto lud. They're playing, ludunt. So the son, one person, ludit. The girls, plural, ludunt. Ludit, ludunt. Filiae quoque in horto ludunt. Filiae quoque in horto ludunt. Where's the slave? Ubi est servus. How would you say? The slave is not playing because he is working in the kitchen. Ubi est servus. Where is the slave? Male slave. The slave is not playing. And literally for that you just need slave, not play. You don't need to put is. There's no is-ing or are-ing. It's just slave, not play. Because the slave is working in the kitchen. Servus non ludit. Servus non ludit. Quod in culina laborat. Servus non ludit. Quod, because in culina laborat. How would you say, let's do a we play. We often play in the garden. We often play in the garden. The pronoun is nos, N-O-S, but we can discard that because the verb will tell us who it is specifically. Ludimus. Ludimus. In horto, or in horto, ludimus. Often, saipe. What about always? I'm not sure if I've mentioned this one to you or not. Always is semper. Semper in horto ludimus. In horto semper ludimus. We've got saipe, often saipe, semper, always. Saipe, semper. Saipe, semper. Semper in horto ludimus. In horto semper ludimus. Very good. Right, let's just have a play with this quo, because we just asked where is, where are. Let's do this where to. Right, where is the slave hastening to? Where is he hurrying to? So we're going to start with the question word, and it's going to be quo. Let's then get the verb. Quo contendere, contendit. Quo contendit servus. To which place hastens the slave, literally. Quo contendit servus. The slave hastens to the forum. Servus. Can you remember to a place? Ad forum. Servus ad forum contendit. Quo contendit servus. Servus ad forum contendit. The master sends the slave to the forum. The master sends the slave to the forum. Mittere. Mitto, mittis, mittit. Alright, so mittit. It's going to be your, keep the double T, that's a stem, then IT for the master. The master sends the slave to the forum. Dominus. Servum, accusative. Ad forum, we can still use that. Ad forum mittit. Servus ad forum contendit. Dominus servum ad forum mittit. Dominus servum ad forum mittit. Quid emit servus in foro? Emit, emere, M-O-M-S, emit, to buy. Quid emit, what buys? What does he buy? Quid emit servus? Quid servus emit in foro? How would you say the slave buys a toga in the forum? Servus, togam, accusative, in foro, emit. Servus togam, in foro, emit. The nominative is forum, neuter. It's in foro because it's ablative, place where, after the preposition in, when you're saying in, located in a place. Second declension, or becomes o, in foro. In the garden would be in horto. In the atrium, in atrio. Campus, the field, in campo. All right. So, what about, let's be a bit cheeky and add a dative. The slave buys the toga for the master. So if we think about the mechanics of that sentence, always start with your verb and ask who's doing the verb. The verb is buying, emit. Who's buying? The slave is the buying. All right, doing the buying. Therefore, he's nominative, subject. What is he buying? That's your direct object. What is he directly affecting? Buying. The toga. Therefore, accusative ending. What's the other piece of the sentence? For the master. Well, it's not the direct object because he's not buying the master. He's buying the toga for the master. And that's what we call an indirect object or remoter object. And that is indicated or identified in Latin with the dative, by the dative ending. All right. So we've got a nominative, an accusative, and a dative here. The slave buys the toga for the master. Servus. Togam, accusative. Domino emit. So nominative is dominus, second declension. Dative singular is domino. Dominus, domine, dominum. Domini, domino, domino. Remember that? Dominus, domine, dominum. Domini, domino, domino. The whole sentence then. Servus, domino, togam, in foro emit. Servus, domino, togam, in foro emit. Or servus, togam, domino emit. It doesn't really matter, as I've said before about the word order too much. I would go for servus, domino, togam emit. All right. Okay, what else could we have? Let me read you a little bit of Latin. See if you can follow what I'm saying. Ubi est Cornelia nunc. Ubi est Cornelia nunc. Cornelia nunc est in via. Cornelia stat in via. Quo contendit Cornelia? Quo contendit? Cornelia ad villam contendit. Quod canem optimum expectat. I'll repeat. Ubi est Cornelia nunc. Cornelia nunc est in via. Stat in via. Quo contendit Cornelia? Cornelia ad villam contendit. Quod canem optimum expectat. Where was Cornelia? In the street. Standing stat in the street. To which place is she hastening? Quo contendit. She's hastening, contended, ad villam, to the house. Quod, because she's expecting, expectat. What was she expecting? Canem optimum. A great or the best dinner. All right, she's hungry, so she's heading home for dinner. All right, Let's try one more. Ubi est Claudius? Ubi est Claudius? Claudius quoque est in via. Claudius quoque est in via. Quo contendit nunc Claudius? Quo contendit Claudius? Claudius cum amico ad arenam contendit, quod hodie gladiator pugnat. Ubi est Claudius nunc? Claudius nunc est in via. Quo contendit Claudius? Claudius cum amico ad arenam contendit, quod gladiator hodie pugnat. How did you do? Did you understand? You could rewind a little bit and listen again if you weren't sure. So we said, where is Claudius, or Claudius now? And I said he was in the street, also in the street, quoque in via. And to which place is he heading? Quo contendit. And I said he's heading, contendit, to the arena. Not on his own though. Who is he with? Come with amico, ablative case. Amicus, with his friend, male friend. Come amico. Why is he going to the arena? Quod, because gladiator hodie pugnat. Because the gladiator is fighting today. Quod gladiator hodie pugnat. Alright guys, so we've had a bit of a play with each of our verbs there. Discere, to learn. Discere. Ludere, to play. Contendere, to hasten. Mittere, to send. Let's just take ludere, nice one to play, and let's just practice our conjugation of that. Take off the ere, guys, gives us a stem, lud, to which we add the red endings. Ludo, ludis, ludit, I play, you play, he, she plays. Ludimus, luditis, ludunt, we, you plural, they play. Ludo, ludis, ludit, ludimus, luditis, ludunt. Again, ludo, ludis, ludit, ludimus, luditis, ludunt. Let's do the same with discere, to learn. Disco, discis, discit, discimus, discitis, discunt. Disco, discis, discit, discimus, discitis, discunt. Alright, I hope that was helpful. So we're building a collection now of these third conjugation verbs. So keep practicing. Do a little bit of revision before the next video. That's coming very, very soon. And we're going to look at third declension nouns. Alright, so thank you for watching this. I hope it has been useful. I hope it has been enjoyable. And please give me a like if that has been the case. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Curate ut valeate. Curate, take care guys. Curate ut that valeate. You stay well. Alright? All the best.